Now, when it comes to Toy Story 4, everyone has been hating on it, saying it's a sequel that doesn't even need to exist. And to be honest, I kind of understand. I mean, no one asked for a 4th installment to the franchise. I know I didn't. But to be honest, I love the Toy Story franchise. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time. The first one was great. The second one was one of my favorite animated films of all time. And the third one was okay, but definitely the weakest of the bunch. So when it came time for the movie to come, I was honestly scared. Like, I didn't expect it to be terrible, but I definitely didn't expect it to be great. So now that it's out, did it surprise me, or should I give up on the franchise in general? Let's find out. So the toys are now owned by Bonnie, but Woody is no longer Bonnie's favorite toy and is left in the closet, neglected. One day, Bonnie's going to kindergarten and she's very scared. So Woody decides to come with her. Feeling bad for Bonnie, he gets a bunch of trash and she creates a toy named Forky. And when you guess, Forky thinks he's trash. So Woody has to take care of Forky while on a road trip, but the two get separated. And now have to go find Bonnie while meeting up with an old character named Bo Peep. Speaking of Bo Peep, she has a bigger role in this than I expected. I mean, in the previous films, she was more of Woody's love interest. Here, she actually plays a bigger role, and what I love most about Bo Peep is that she's not just some girl power character like Captain Marvel or Ray. She's actually a genuine character, and she can actually be useful. Speaking of the characters, when it comes to the old ones, like Jessie, Rex, Mr. Potato Head, they serve absolutely no purpose. So don't expect them to have a bigger role. And that's one of the biggest flaws of the movie, is that none of the returning characters serve absolutely no purpose. I think Jessie did one thing, but the rest just stay in the VR until the gang comes back. The only recurring character that serves a purpose besides William Bo Peep is Buzz. And all he does is just presses his voice commander and does what it says, which isn't annoying, but felt really out of character for Buzz. But the new characters, I honestly like them. Like, you got Forky, Bunny and Ducky, Duke Boone, and Gabby Gabby. Like, Forky's the most interesting of the bunch. Like, you get to see his struggles and his new experience as a toy. Bunny and Ducky are hilarious thanks to Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele's performance. Duke Boone has a nice backstory and has to face his fears. And Gabby Gabby's actually a pretty interesting villain. She has this girl who she really wants as her owner, but at the end she doesn't get it, and she gets something even better. I also like the relationship between Woody and Bo. Like, now in the first film there was a bit of bonding between them, but you never got an actual full relationship. Here, you actually get a full relationship and great character arc from them. Now I'll get to that later, but I gotta say, the animation is gorgeous in this film. They come a long way since 1995. The backgrounds look actually realistic, and it looks like really great. Like, they actually got more expression on the humans and toys this time around. It looks glorious. Now, there's one thing I have to talk about, and this has to do with the character arc of Woody, and that's the ending. Now, when it comes to Woody, he's one of the rarest characters who evolved during the whole franchise, going from a selfish jerk to a straight man who cares about others. And he's one of my favorite characters, and it's really rare you see a character evolve like Woody. As for the ending, people compare it to Ralph Breaks the Internet, but to be honest, I actually think this is a lot better than Ralph Breaks the Internet, because you see, when Vanellope left Ralph, she barely knew the guys. Here, Woody has a great relationship with Bo Peep, so it makes sense for him to leave. And plus, Bo supported him throughout the whole franchise, and so it kind of makes sense for him to join Bo Peep. Now, to be honest, I think this is actually much better than the third one's ending, because you see, the ending wasn't bad in the third one. It's just that Andy's not that much of an important character. Woody, he's very important, especially to the whole franchise, and to see his character arc end is actually pretty interesting. So overall, I thought the ending of Toy Story 4 was perfect. And I swear to God, if they make a fifth one, I'm going to be pissed off, because the ending here is just glorious. So overall, Toy Story 4 is actually a pretty good film. It's not as great as the first two, but definitely better than the third one. So if I have a recommendation, if you think this film's gonna suck, then just don't watch it. But if you're a major Toy Story fan like me, then you'll absolutely love this film. Now, to see Pixar from moving from sequels to original films is actually pretty creative now they can come to with original ideas, like Onwards and Soul. And to be honest, I think Pixar's doing a lot better than Disney Animation right now, because at least with their sequels, they're not as bad as Disney's, where you get Ralph Breaks the Internet, and I'll talk about Frozen 2 soon. At the end of the day, the Toy Story franchise will always have a special place in my heart.